Hey guys, and welcome. Today I'm going to speak to you about the glutes. So the first thing I want to say is that glute training has many benefits, but growing a nice butt isn't one of them. I mean, it's the cherry on the cake, I would say, but definitely not the main reason why we should give our glutes attention. Our glute muscles are attached to our pelvis and lower limbs, and in fact, they give us much needed stability in order to support us in our daily activities, such as walking, running, sitting, standing, etc. So as you can see, they have such an impact on our daily lives and the things that we do all the time. In fact, glute strength contributes to long-term health and well-being, keeping us moving properly and pain-free. They're also an integral part of our core strength. I think that by now it should be pretty clear that growing a big booty isn't what glute training is all about. So the glutes are made up of three major muscles: the gluteus medius, the gluteus maximus, and the gluteus minimus. All three glute muscles are important for different activities, and we need to be able to activate all of them properly. Modern life causes us to be quite sedentary, and this is a really big turn-off for our glute muscles. In fact, when we're sitting, they're in a constant lengthened position, and it doesn't help to maintain that much needed mind-body connection with the glute muscles. This is why some of us, and I think most of us, need to work even harder to activate and strengthen our glutes. Okay, so let's go a little deeper into the role of the glute muscles, and it will help us to better understand their importance. So the gluteus maximus is the largest glute muscle, and it gives our butts its nice round shape. We can call it the power muscle because it helps to lift our whole body. So for example, when we're moving from sitting to standing, when we're running, when we're walking up the stairs, climbing, jumping, and lots of other stuff, it's the gluteus maximus that's doing all the work. The gluteus medius and minimus are powerful abductors. So basically, they work to help us move the leg out away from us. And they're also responsible for lateral rotation of the leg, meaning that they pull the leg out laterally. Their job is to help keep our pelvis nice and level. So why is all of this important? Every time we take a step, we take 1 foot off the ground, and when we do this, the pelvis needs to stay level. The glutes, the minimus and the medius, need to contract in order to do this. Otherwise, the pelvis will drop to one side. If you walk like this, basically with your pelvis dropping, it could change your gait and you end up compensating and causing muscular imbalances elsewhere. When training your glutes, mind-body connection is going to be a game changer. If you're doing glute exercises but your glutes aren't firing up, unfortunately, you're not going to gain much. In order to train your mind-body connection, you need to practice simple glute activation exercises while being extremely concentrated and taking note of where you can feel the work happening. So you have to ask yourself, can you feel the work in your glutes when you're doing that specific exercise? It's as simple as that. Mastering the mind-body connection in slower, simpler, and more controlled movements will then translate into firing up and feeling the glute work in faster and more ballistic movements. So I'm going to share with you some tips to help you fire up your glutes. So for example, when doing any form of squat, lunge, or deadlift, drive your heels down into the floor. When doing controlled accessory work such as clamshells, try and keep your body as steady as possible and generate all the work from your glutes. Placing a hand on your butt, for example when doing a clamshell, could really help you because you should be able to feel your muscle contracting underneath your touch. So in summary, remember that your glutes are an essential part of your body's health and well-being. Train your glutes regularly, not to build a nice round butt, but to be functional and support you in your training and daily life. Dedicate time to exercises that are glute focused and train your mind-body connection. And also do a few exercises that will fire up your glutes before your workouts so that they're awake and ready to support you all the way through. I hope that you found this useful and informative. If you want to train with more guidance, you can join me here in the Active Spirit Studio, or you can train with me anywhere, anytime with my on-demand online workouts.